Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the element spread for 19. So we have the King of Fire, which is going to represent those of you who are dealing with a fire sign, so Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Then we have the King of Air, who is going to represent those of you who are dealing with a Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Then we have the King of Water, who is going to be representing those of you who are dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio or a Pisces. And then we have the King of Earth, who is going to be representing those of you who are dealing with an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Okay, so I just want to start by saying it's not gender specific, okay? It's just the cards I've chosen to use. So again, it doesn't matter, you could be dealing with a man, a woman, okay, it doesn't matter. It's going to represent your situation. So this is going to be for Aries, okay? So what messages can you give me for Aries who are dealing with a fellow fire sign? 14. Okay, so here we have the change your life. So a sudden revelation that offers freedom, breakthrough of procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. Okay, so I feel like there's definitely something that's happened, okay? So maybe there's been an ending of some sort, or maybe you feel like the rug's been pulled out from under your feet type of thing with this person. Maybe there's just been arguments. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with air signs for 19? Okay, so this one really wants to come out, so I'm going to take this one. The Nine of Ariel. Okay, so some of you may have broken up with this person, and maybe now you're getting your independence back. Maybe you're feeling single from this person. However, even though there has been some changes with you in this fire sign Aries, it's like you were going to be okay. You're going to get your independence back, okay, is what they're showing me. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with fire signs for 19? What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with fire signs for 19? Okay, and we have the Ace of Ariel. Okay, so this means that there is going to be a turnaround in your situation. So it's like there was something that happened, something that maybe caused you and this person to argue. So I'm seeing that maybe you and this person maybe went your separate ways, but there is a new start. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time or support, a change in job or a promotion. So for some of you, this is Aries in general, your money is going to be increasing. It's going to be really, really good, okay? But if you're dealing with a fellow fire sign, I do see a new start. So it's like there's been this ending, but it is going to be followed by a new start, okay, between you and this person. So what other messages can you give me for Aries dealing with fellow fire signs for 19? Okay, so you do need to communicate with this person. So wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So there's definitely going to be open and honest communication. However, this person may be acting in a way that's rather logical and not in their emotions. So I feel like maybe you might want emotion from this person, but they're going to be more in their head. They're going to be more in their mind. So I don't know if you're going to not get the emotion that you want from this person. However, there will be a solid new start, okay? And you will speak to this person. So what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with fellow fire signs for 19? Okay, practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So maybe, see, it's either you, Aries, or this person, but I feel like there's confidence in this situation that needs to increase, okay? So maybe you're not feeling confident in this situation. However, they are saying that your confidence is going to increase. And I feel like you and this person really need to listen to one another. And it's like, I feel like one person, it kind of feels like one person is going to do a lot of talking and the other person is going to do a lot of listening, okay? And I feel as well, this person's not going to communicate how they feel, but they are going to listen to you. And I feel like it's you, Aries, that might do most of the talking, but it's like you might feel this person's not listening to you, but then as they listen, you're actually striking emotion in them, you know, you're actually sparking that emotion in them. But but I feel like they're going to be quite calm in terms of how they react, even though they're a fire sign. So don't be fooled by their calm demeanour, okay? Because they're taking on the King of Michael energy. So, you know, again, they're not going to show you much emotion. However, you are striking and sparking emotion in them, okay? And I feel like there's potential, the more this person is quiet around you, maybe because they're not that confident, it's like the more you're going to try to get emotion from that person. So maybe just watch the communication between you and this person, okay? And even if they don't show you emotion, I'm feeling a lot of emotion between you and this person, okay? So now I'm going to move on to Aries, who are dealing with Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Okay, so let's move forward. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with Aquarius, Gemini or Libra for 19? Okay, so we have the Three of Gabriel. So you are going to get something you want from this person. Okay, so you might make plans with this person. They might go ahead, or there's been plans that have gone ahead and been successful with the Three of Gabriel. So it's like, you know, this person has come in. This could be a new person, or maybe you haven't connected with this person for a while and then they come in. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with air signs 14? The King of Michael again. So, okay, I feel like, you know, communication is very, very important for you and this person again. Okay, so I do feel like there's a need to be truthful, to be honest, and there's a need for this person to be honest and truthful with you. Okay, so you will get lots of communication from this person. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with air signs for 19? The Five of Gabriel. Okay, so there are some conflicts between you and this person. Okay, there are some challenges which I will look into. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with air signs for 19? The Chariot. Okay, so even though there's arguments, there's conflicts, things are going to move forward because you've got the Chariot card. So it's like, even though you're arguing with this particular person, it's like there's still that determination to have success with this person, okay? So let's see. Clarification on the Five of Gabriel. Clarification on the Five of Gabriel, which is the Five of Wands. Okay, so yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish things at once, follow your creative passions. So I don't know if you want to get emotion from this person. So it's like there's passionate arguments, and it's like, even though there's arguments, there's still love there. The King of Raphael is very loving, he's very emotional, even though I'm saying he, it's not gender specific. Okay, so this person is very loving, okay, and even though there's arguments, again, you know, they still have feelings for you, there's still that love there. Clarification on the Five of Gabriel. Yeah, so these two people, you know, it's like you belong with this person. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So it's like, you know, even though you and this person have had your challenges, you two are from the same suit, okay? So, you know, you two definitely belong together. And, you know, I feel like even if you have arguments, you have the Chariot here. So it's like you two just understand each other, and you do have a very good emotional connection, okay? So, you know, I feel like either you're going to be very determined with this person, or they're going to be very determined with you. And there is an opportunity to move forward, okay? So maybe arguments actually move this situation forward. Or there's arguments that, you know, you're able to move forward from, you know, you're able to move on from. So what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with air signs for 19? Flower power. So spend time with flowers and flower essences to create your personal healing power. So the more you and this person spend time together, the more the arguments you and this person are having are going to heal. And again, I just feel like this really loving energy, and I feel like one of you is going to be very, very giving and nurturing, okay? And this situation is going to heal, and it's going to increase your confidence, I feel like, as well. And this card is also saying that you have the power to overcome any obstacles or challenges that you and this person have. So it's like, you know, if you want to have your ships come in with this Three of Gabriel, this Three of Wands here. You have the power to make it happen. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to those of you who are dealing with water signs. So that is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to start by reshuffling cards. Okay, so what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? Okay, so things may not be going too well between you and this person at the moment. I feel like there has been issues. Maybe this person or you are kind of ignoring one another. It's like, you know, one of you's in two minds about the other one. This other person might be really in their mind, or you might be really in your mind over analysing this situation, or it's just, you know, like a stalemate and you and this person are just maybe ignoring each other, or one is ignoring the other one. Okay. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? The Lovers. Okay, so this person has a decision to make, or you might have a decision to make about this person. Make choices from your heart, deep emotional commitments, the power of love. So you and this person, you know, you do have love, okay, but there's a head or heart decision that needs to be made. This is the Lovers card, so it represents a soulmate. It does represent a loving bond that you and this person share, but it also means, you know, that there's a decision that needs to be made, especially with the Two of Swords or the Two of Michael here. Okay, so it's all about making a decision, being in two minds, analysing something, you know. But it's like, even if you and this person aren't speaking at the moment, there's still a lot of love there between you both. Okay, what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? Aries dealing with water signs for 19. The Six of Ariel. Okay, so you and this person are going to spend time together. Okay, so there's going to be a more even give and take between you and this person. So this is the Six of Pentacles. So material needs to get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness given or receiving with a grateful heart. So it's almost like you and this person maybe wasn't speaking, or you was in two minds about how you felt about this person, or vice versa. Maybe they were in two minds about how they felt about you. But this person has come to a decision that they do love you, Aries, okay? So they might make an effort to spend time with you, okay? Or vice versa. Maybe you wasn't sure about this person, and now, you know, you've maybe decided how you feel. You know, it can go both ways. But I do feel as though there will be a more equal give and take between you and this person. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? Yeah, so you and this person are going to reunite. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this is the Three of Cups. So you and this person are going to rekindle, you're going to reconnect, you're going to reunite. Okay, so the Three of Cups, or the Three of Raphael, is all about reunion. So I feel like, you know, this person is going to decide, you know, how much they do feel for you, or you're going to decide again how much you feel for this person. And I feel like this person's going to make a bit of an effort to spend time with you, to reconnect with you. Okay, what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs for 19? Okay, oh, pregnancy. The birth of a child brings great blessings to you and the world. Okay, so this might be someone you have a child with, or this could be someone you have, you know, you fall pregnant with. Okay, so, you know, you and this person share a child. You know, you find out that one of you is pregnant. Okay, so, you know, obviously if you're a woman watching this, then maybe, you know, you might fall pregnant, or if you're a man watching this, maybe, you know, the lady that you're dealing with might fall pregnant, but that won't resonate with everyone. Okay, so what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with water signs from... Okay, so healing, healed, healer. The healing energy surrounds you and this situation. Okay, so whatever this situation is, it's going to heal. Okay, so again, I feel like this person's been a bit wishy-washy with you. Maybe they've not been sure how they really feel. And yeah, they're going to reach out, okay? And I know I'm speaking to a small minority of people here, but some of you may be worried or concerned about a pregnancy, but they're saying, you know, healing, healed. So this situation is going to heal, okay? So yeah, so with regards to the situation, if you're dealing with water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, it will be healed, okay? And this person is going to stop being so indecisive when it comes to you. They're going to work out how they really feel, because you and this person do have a soulmate connection. So now let's move on to those of you who are dealing with earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, what messages can you give me for Aries dealing with earth signs from 19? The Queen of Gabriel, you can do anything right now, go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. What messages can you give me for earth sign, for Aries dealing with earth signs from 19? What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with earth signs for 19? Okay. So someone is going to have the confidence to pursue you, or you're going to have the confidence to go after this earth sign, okay? I feel like there could be a new earth sign coming into your life. So, or there's a new start between you and this current earth sign, okay? But it's like someone's had to, you know, get the confidence to move forward, okay? But this person is very attracted to you, or you're going to be very attracted to this person. But I more feel like this person's really attracted to you, because I feel like, so with the Queen of Gabriel, she's very attractive anyway. She's very charming. She's very charismatic. She's just got that spark about her or him, okay? And I feel like that's what this earth sign is going to be attracted to. They're going to be attracted to that passion that you have, Aries. And yeah, so there will either be a new start between you and an earth sign, or there's a new earth sign coming in. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with earth signs from 19? The King of Gabriel, so keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others' experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. And this one wants to come out as well, so I'm going to take that. The Three of Michael, okay. Clarification on the Three of Michael. The Magician. Okay, I feel like it's not bad at all, but with the Three of Michael, it's like there is a bit of upset here, and I feel it's because you're trying to make this situation happen, or this person is trying to make this situation happen with you, because you've got, okay, so here we've got the King of Gabriel, so this, you know, so one of you is feeling confident, you know, you feel like you can do it, but then, you know, there's this Three of Michael, so release the past, you will grow from this situation, time heals all wounds. And then we have the Magician, so you can manifest a life you want, what you need will magically appear, successful beginnings. So I feel like someone is going to try to manifest this beginning, but maybe it doesn't happen straight away. Or another way of looking at it is, if this is a earth sign that you've had a history with, you know, meaning that, you know, you and this earth sign go way back, or, you know, you've known each other for a little while, you're going to be able to get over this heartbreak that this person has caused you, or they're going to be able to get over the heartbreak that, you know, maybe they've experienced. And I feel as though one is really going to try to make the situation happen. Okay, so let's have a look. What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with earth signs for teen? What messages can you give me for Aries dealing with earth signs for 19? Okay, so I understand this now. So this person, they're going to want to manifest this situation, but they're really, really anxious because they don't want to be hurt. So now we've got the Nine of Swords, or the Nine of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So this person is worried that if they make this happen with you, are they going to be heartbroken? Now, this may also be how you're feeling, you know. It's like, okay, if I move towards this person and if I make this happen with this person, am I going to be left feeling heartbroken? So, so there's a lot of anxiety surrounding this person, you know, and I do see a new start, but I just see a bit of worry in case you end up getting hurt from this person. What messages can you give me for Aries, dealing with earth signs for 19? Affirmations: to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. Use positive affirmations. So to get what you want from this person, you've got to, number one, think positively about this situation. And even if you're not thinking too positive, you can't let this person know that you're having doubts, okay? You know, because what I'm being drawn to is this crescent moon. So when it's like a full moon, that means everything's out in the open, secrets are revealed. With this crescent moon here, it means there's still secrets being kept. So you need to keep it secret if you have any doubts about this person, you know. And if you are worried or are anxious, try not to let this person know. And just, you know, try to lift up your thoughts, as it says, and try to think more positively. And if you manage to do that, you will be able to get what you want from this person, because they're saying that you can attract what you desire, and this person is really attracted to you. Okay, so there's a huge emphasis on attraction. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know if you like the element spread. You know, I used to do it, and then I sort of stopped doing it, but I know a few of you have requested that I do the element spread again. So this is what I'm going to be focusing on, as well as bonus readings. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this element spread, and I will see you soon. Bye, Aries.